Sucking on my own dick, yeah, you know I'm sucking on my own dick. Sucking on my dick, everybody's sucking their own dicks. Sucking on our own dicks, everybody's sucking their own dicks. Sucking on our dicks, yeah, you know I'm sucking on my dicks.
Sucking on my dick.
The world
My penis
is
food.
things are getting pretty spooky out there.
Yeah, I'm a little pissed that like
Yeah,
I found Bay at this time.
Yeah. I don't know why you're pissed. It's a good time to have Bay.
Well, the problem is finding Bay at a time like this means that one of you will probably watch the other die, which is very painful. It's so much easier to die completely alone. And like, no, I'm not kidding, man. No strings attached. Mm-hmm. You know.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, this is I have Bay now, and this is the most I've ever wanted to live.
It's a shit deal. It really is.
Yeah, because we want to be like the Charge the Pedophile House and a Blaze of Glory guy.
Yes, dude. You can't. Bay, dude. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Wives hate that shit.
Yeah, imagine you and I were outside the pedophile house. We have our torches and our pitchforks, and we're about to charge. And we look over, and our bays are just in the car. Like,
Wives hate when you play poker too long. I mean, like, you can't.
much less form a militia to dismantle the pedophile elite.
Like, wives get
That'd be so funny. We're just like suburban, like house husbands.
Yeah, dude.
And they're like, "Where were you tonight?" And we're like, cheating. It's like, where were you? Nick's house. We were podcasting. It's like, really? Because I talked to Nick's Bay, and she said that you guys weren't over there. I'm like, oh well, you see, I misspoke. And what's that on your hands? Is that gunpowder residue?
No, we were.
No, we
I was smoking cigars. I swear to God.
I was smoking cigarettes.
Yeah.
Me and Nick, we like to hang out and smoke cigarettes together.
Sidebar. I was re-listening to the Mel Gibson phone call today. And there's a part on it, as you're saying that, it was just making me laugh so hard because I was laughing on the bus on the way over here. Because I was...
Dude, that is peak older child behavior. It's just sitting on the bus, headphones in, listening to
the 31 minutes of every single Mel Gibson call, the 8 that he made in succession. And there's
Man, I want you to have your own like Library of Congress,
Dude.
Just like what media would be archived forever? It would just be complete horseshit.
I was just thinking, because he got fired from Chicken Run 2 today because Winona Ryder, apparently he something happened. Whatever. I don't want to get into it. But I was listening to his fucking Russian wife be like, "You need to go on medication." He just goes, "What? What?" He goes, "You make me want to smoke."
Threatening to smoke cigarettes.
You make me want to
It's so funny.
Dude, I was fucking slamming my foot down on the 251.
I'm imagining like smoking a cigarette, all like smug, like side eye at your wife.
Yeah, just like in the house.
Yeah, yeah. Your kids are like coughing.
Yeah, just smoking into your child's face.
Yeah.
I deserve to be blown. I deserve to be blown.
I gotta see. Is there any occasion where Mel Gibson speaks to a crowd? I want to see what that would be like.
Yeah, I think so.
I feel like all the great Mel Gibson clips, it's like him. It's he doesn't know he's being recorded. Or something like that. I want to see him like Trump style doing an hour.
There's a clip of him speaking at like a mega church or something. I want to say.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I might be. I know that there has to be a clip of Mel Gibson.
Do you think that there's like, you know how like on a film set sometimes the director will kind of like pep talk everybody?
Yeah.
I'm imagining Mel Gibson like at the top of the pyramid, like, all right, guys, you're all doing a great job. Just standing in a puddle of blood.
Just I'm sorry. I'm just thinking about Mel Gibson at the top of the fucking pyramid, the Aztec pyramid, or whatever. People
Just wearing like cargo shorts.
people like, what's he saying? And then it's just the audio from the fucking. That was where he was making the phone call.
Yeah. He's he's screaming in Spanish, and then the subtitles are "I deserve to be blown," and then the crowd's like, "Ah!"
Like Mel Gibson is on the set of Apocalypto. He's texting. He's like, "Hang on, I gotta go call my wife." And he just ascends the Aztec pyramid. Just screaming at his wife at the top of his lungs, where people were sacrificed to the gods.
And where 1,000 extras are just like kind of unsure what to make of it.
Yeah. I deserve to be blown. Lightning crashes.
It's somehow like even more than like the eclipse. Like he's up there and like the sky just turns red.
Yeah, exactly.
The sky turns red and you can see Saturn. You're like, I don't think Saturn's that close normally.
Oh, fuck. That
You hear that? That's the sound of me smoking. You stupid bitch.
You stupid bitch. Do you know what's so funny? We riffed this out just now, and I guarantee you permanently in my memory, I will start to think that Mel Gibson made that phone call while he was shooting Apocalypto on top of the pyramid.
Oh, 100%.
That'll be something that I like tell my kids. Like we're watching the movie. I'm just fucking like 50 years, assuming society's still around. I'm just like a 50-year-old retard, just like, did you know that? Like, there's this story about these three old men who are like sick on a bed. I guess they're being taken care of in some kind of boarding home. They're sick on this bed. The windows are street level, and the guy at the end of the bed tells the other two what outside looks like. And they're so excited for him to die because then, like, when he dies, the guy in the middle will get to be by the window. And then it turns out when he finally gets to the window that there was no window at all. The guy was lying to them the whole time. And I guarantee you, that's what your brother is doing. He's like,
That shook me to my core.
dude,
I don't know what the fuck you just told me, but
it's really scary.
it feels like a dream that I had.
I think that your brother is living that. I think that your brother,
so.
He's in a windowless room and he's just like, oh yeah, he's on the Zoom call like, yeah, the sun is so bright. Everybody looks like they're having a great time. He's locked in a room.
As he looks at a brick wall.
Yeah, there's a man just like
There's like a shade in front of it, and he like opens the shade and it's just brick. It's like a different brick than the rest of the wall.
There's an unseen caretaker lowering a bucket of slop to him.
That'd be fun. You know how weirdly Norm Macdonald is putting together like a FaceTime dating site?
Yes.
It would be so funny to like go on there and like you can kind of see that we're in a well. He's just like, hi, I'm Brendan. You know, this is kind of silly. I'm a professional podcaster. And yeah, hold on a second. Yeah. Yeah, 2 servings. No, you promised last time I could have 2. Because you use... Just put... all right, I'll have no servings tomorrow. Okay. And then just like a bucket lowers and like half of it spills and you're like, fuck!
Yeah, they FaceTime with it. Like we're talking to them and there's just the set. They're like, is there water sloshing around? When you guys, it's like, oh no, there's not. That might be like the roommates are using the bathroom or something. We're just like, hey, let me just move these bones.
Probably like 3 of my roommates are all taking showers in different parts of the apartment. So that's why it sounds like there's much water in many directions.
Yeah. Is there what's with that? What's with the cavernous dripping that I hear? It's like, oh, I have allergies. That's
So that's coming from your body? Yeah, I have diarrhea. I'm certainly not in a well, which would somehow be worse than saying that.
Right.
Is that what's that skull behind you? Oh, it's Halloween. I'm in the southern hemisphere.
Yeah. It's Halloween in this time zone.
Oh, and what time zone is that? Hell?
Hell. It's like, it's actually we're on well time. God damn it!
Well, I mean hell. I live in
I meant hell time.
Yeah.
I definitely didn't say well time.
Yeah.
It's definitely not 15 o'clock where I am.
They're looking at their
Permanently.
interface. There's a warning in the app that says, "Do not communicate with those in wells." And they're like, "Hold on, you're not in a well, are you?" No.
Yeah, I like to imagine if they accidentally connect with us, their phone just starts like blaring a siren.
Somehow the app knows that there are people who dwell in wells and they're up to no good.
And to communicate with them is forbidden.
Yeah, you cannot.
You would think that they would ban them from the app, but for some reason it's on you.
Yeah, for some reason. They really can't nail it. They can't pin us down.
If you communicate with well dwellers for too long on Norm Macdonald's app, the air horn in your town, like the air siren, just starts going off. The air raid siren.
Your ISP comes to your house and shoots you.
Now, I just imagine that your walls start to like drip with water also. You're just like, what? It's just like Silent Hill. You're like, what is happening? We're on the other end, like, it's fine. This is just. Yeah. It's a cultural thing.
Yeah, somehow they're hearing like they're hearing us from the app and then also vaguely from above. And they're like, well, that's unusual.
Yep. That's Norm Macdonald's app.
That's his app, folks. We don't get to do that too often, but I love like when occasionally we'll do a comedy riff that is also horror.
I don't think I can say with I say it confidently and I say it with pride, but it may be a horrible thing that I don't think you will find these sort of riffs on any other podcast.
I think that's true.
for probably good reason.
Stay out of the damn well,
Yeah.
folks. The well is not for you.
Yeah,
We absolutely have time.
Okay.
We're at 52 minutes.
first year that Sean Preston was in LA. This is we had the kind of night that like Japan Droid songs are about, just like unbridled youth. So we got invited, and this should have been like indicative of things to come, of like what living in LA was like. I got invited to a 4th of July party with my mom, by my mom's friend. Like, she works in production. Like, her and her husband like worked on the Grammys and stuff, and so it was like all like Hollywood couples. And this married couple with their son, the only place they could afford in the Valley was a shed in the back of their parents' house. So this 4th of July party is like in this decked out shed. There's kids running everywhere. It's all like MILFs and their fucking husbands. And these women are horny. There's no loyalty in the Valley. Okay? There's just not. And so Sean and I show up, you know, fucking like 22 and 24 respectively. He might have been 25. And I'm wearing Sean's clothes. So like, because I wanted to look hot. So like, every time Sean and I would go out, I would like come into the living room and he'd go, "You're not wearing that." And then he would put me in like a Canadian tuxedo and it would look great. Like,
I remember that happening when I visited. 'Cause
Yeah,
we were
dude.
going to the movie screening.
he was literally always hooking me up with sick fits. And so there was this.
Sean, move back. It's going to be
Please.
Boy's house again.
He's coming out. I think he's trying to get out to Joshua Tree in like September.
Nice.
We should go. But so there's this lady there, this hot redhead, Tracy. And Tracy like zeroes in on me and Sean immediately. And her husband has already like drunk himself to the point where like he's just falling asleep on a couch. And her kids are like running around and all this stuff. And she comes over and she's like got her arm around me and got her arm around Sean, and she keeps trying to like kiss us on the mouth. And, like, her kids are coming up and asking what she's doing, and she's like, "Why can't you go take a nap like Daddy?" Like, that's what she said. And so So we're fucking living it up with Tracy, hot redheaded MILF. We're like kissing her on the neck, all this weird shit. Just, dude, brazenly, among all of her, like, just her friends.
Just looking her 10-year-old son in the eyes as you do it.
Dude, the kids, the backyard is very small. These people lived in a shed. Okay, it's very small. And like all.
I love like Hollywood is so sinful that these people are living like Hollywood excess in a shed.
Literally, it's just, dude.
You're having a Boogie Nights party in a damn shed.
My thought was like, oh, this is the culture out here, clearly. And so like everybody's fine with it. They're like laughing at the fact that Tracy is like trying to hook up with us while her husband is like drunk asleep. Like it's a thing that she does basically. And then her husband like lurches awake. This guy was a classic. He looked like, Daniel Stern. He's the tall guy in Home Alone, the tall bandit.
Yeah.
Just a classic. Like if you were to cast a cuckold, this was the guy. And so Tracy's fucking like kissing me and Sean on the neck, just like continuing to flirt with us, like telling us how cute we are. And he's just standing like 10 feet away, like, honey, hey, honey. Like he's like trying to get her attention. He's like, hey, honey, why don't you come over? Oh, I made you a drink. And she's telling him to like, shut up.
It's fucking Little Bill.
It's literally Little Bill. It's.
Oh my god.
So anyway, long story short, Sean and I got drunk. Fucking. Eventually, like we had to go. We were getting like pretty weirded out by the fact that we were just like publicly cucking this guy. There's a part 2 to this story that I was texting Sean about. Went home. Fucking drunk. I'm not gonna say who was driving. It could have been me. Could have been Sean. So who's responsible? But we drunk drove all the way home from the valley. Just like blew past like 3 different DUI checkpoints. Just like, whew, glad we didn't go down that road. just blasting fucking like girl bands on Sean's stereo. It's one of the greatest nights I've ever had in LA. One of the greatest nights. So a year late, so the part 2 to this story is a year later. I got invited to. They moved into a bigger house. I got invited to their 4th of July party again, and Sean had already moved away. But I'm going because I'm like, yeah, dude, I want to fucking hook up with MILFs. I want to seal the deal this time with Tracy because I'm not going to compete with my boy.
Yeah,
that was the only reason I didn't fuck Tracy. Obviously, it's because Sean was there.
Yeah, I mean, when you sense competition, you flip the table.
I'm like, no. I know that Sean has a bigger dick than me. It's not.
Yeah.
So,
Sean is like a comically like attractive man.
Yes.
To the point where like, if women see him hanging out with us, they must be confused.
The fact that he has a big dick and knows that he has a big dick is infuriating. And he'll say that he doesn't get 3 beers in him, which I guess won't happen now. But
I mean, you're not going to get only 3 beers in him now.
When he was...
It's going to be many. Oh, is he sober again?
I think he's sober, dude. I think he's like sober. Him and his girlfriend are like keeping each other. I think. I might not be. I mean, not that he's keeping her sober. I think that she's keeping him sober.
Okay.
I
I
might
haven't
be
talked to
wrong.
him a little bit.
I
just remember Joshua Tree.
Oh. Back off the wagon, on the wagon. Back on.
Yeah. Like flying across the country to deliberately fall off the wagon.
Yes, dude.
We supervised his premeditated relapse.
We helped him down off the wagon. That's what I always say. So
I mean, the wagon is basically like he's on the wagon and then we're at like the Skyrim town where the dragon attacks.
yes.
We're just like, oh, get down. Oh, you're awake.
I remember one night Sean was like blasted drunk and we're driving home and he just like he puts on like grindcore, so it's just like ooh, just like and he turns it down to turn to me and go, Nick, I know I have a big dick. And I was like, yeah, Sean, we all know. But so anyway,
My favorite Sean Preston non sequitur is like, I don't think he's gonna get mad at this.
I don't think
one.
he cares.
We were in like it was when I visited you guys, and I hadn't met Sean before, and you were telling me you're like, here's the thing about Sean. Sean's gay. Like, like,
oh yeah,
yeah, you're like Sean is a gay man, and then like a like it was scripted, Sean walks out of the kitchen and says to no one, "I think if I was gonna have sex with a man, I'd pick a black one."
Yes.
You just looked at me.
Dude, it was. I remember. I wish there was a laugh track. I mean,
It was like a sitcom, but like a sitcom, like who would pick this up? Because-
without getting sidetracked.
oh, hold on, let me just
go
real
ahead.
quick. I want to make a live audience sitcom where we bomb.
Oh, you mean Mulaney?
I want like it to cut to the audience, like audience shots where people are just like, "What?"
Just the sound of like people like leaving, just like footsteps rustling, people eating.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want that so bad. Okay, wait. Before I
Yeah.
lose- okay, so a year later, I get invited to this. They throw a 4th of July party again at their new house, and I'm excited. I want to see fucking Tracy, and I'm on grill duty or whatever. So I'm like, okay, I'm like cooking food. People look up to people who cook food. I'm providing. I'm gonna score some MILF pussy, right? And so the whole like party. I'm talking to all the parents. I'm like, hey, where's Tracy, right? Like, and they're like, oh, did you meet Tracy? I'm like, yeah, Tracy was really, really sweet. I mean, Tracy was like trying to like make out with us like while her husband was washing, and then everybody's like, "Oh yeah," and then they all like look down. Like, there's like a moment where they're all really silent. They're like, "I don't think she's gonna be doing that this year." And I was like, "What?" And I was like, "What do you mean?" And the husband of the guy invited me, the husband of the woman who invited me said, "You'll see." So hour into the party,
Oh my god.
yeah, dude, Tracy shows up riddled with cancer. Oh my god, dude. She I mean like it got her. It got her bad. And I think the funniest thing is her husband looked so pleased. Like he was just smiling.
He's almost escaped.
Yes, dude. I was like there was a part of me was like, did you do this? Did you like move the microwave into the bedroom when she was asleep? It was so like I cannot tell you. It was genuinely so fucking funny because he looked so happy.
Do you think like he saw how bad she was and then was like called the host of the party? He's like, invite those boys back. I want them to see this.
Like hands down, most cinematic moment of my life ever. I was like, the moral. Holy fuck.
I don't think we're gonna top
I don't
that.
think we're going to top that.
Oh, beautiful. Mwah.
would-
Get out there, sister.
I would love sour cream titties, dude.
Yeah.
I would love titties that were just like a condiment bar.
Yeah, just like, you got all your fixins there. You
Oh,
got
yeah.
you got your shredded cheese, you got your bacon bits.
You got to bring nachos to the titties, dude.
Yeah. People like it's like a thing, right? People do like whipped cream sex, like you put whipped cream on.
Yeah.
How about queso? Let's
Yeah.
spice this up.
Just I do remember I had a phase. I don't know if I should tell this story at all.
The girl's like, "Oh, do you want to try something different?" I'm just chopping jalapenos.
Well, no, I did legitimately pose like because there was a time in my life where I was like eating food out of a girl's we were just trying. I was like eating things out of her pussy. I was like licking whipped cream off of her ass. But I'm not a big fan of sweet things.
Uh-huh.
And we never
you
did
don't
it.
have a sweet tooth.
I don't have a sweet tooth, but I did float it. Like one day we were talking, and I was like, "Hey, you know the thing that we do with your ass, like where I like eat stuff out of it?" She was like, "Yeah." I was like, "Do you think ranch would be good?"
Oh my god!
I'm not kidding.
Oh god!
She goes,
You want to eat ranch dressing? out of it?
I love ranch.
Dude, that is the most. That is like the most Maryland sex act. Is eating ranch.
I was at the point I had already I'd been acclimated to like licking like food out of her pussy and her ass, and but I don't like candy and chocolate and whipped cream. I don't like whipped cream in my mouth.
Honestly, like, here's the thing. Either one of those sounds insane to me, but I feel like putting food in the pussy could be dangerous. I mean, at least the ass, it's
Yes.
like full circle of life.
We shouldn't have been doing it.
Hey, babe, how about I take you back to my place and shove some mozzarella sticks up your pussy?
No, I don't even want to tell more of this story.
You gotta tell me what foods.
It was a
Like a chicken wing,
No, it was like a no. It was a Twix bar.
a Twix bar.
God.
Hey, baby,
Oh
I
my
gotta.
God.
You're just seductively sucking on a Slim Jim.
I ate a Twix bar out of her. Here's the problem with that is when you go to bite it, oh man, the rest of the Twix bar gets lost. She's fishing for the rest of the Twix bar.
I would imagine. Yeah.
It was such a stupid idea.
This doesn't. Yeah, I don't think this doesn't seem like something you should do with any kind of melty food.
Yes. We quickly found out. it was fucking stupid.
Yeah, I mean, you turned the damn pussy into like one of those puzzle boxes from YouTube. You're like, all right, if I twist it this way, does it come out? How do I get the screw?
I can hear it shaking in there. I know that it's
Just building a ship in the pussy.
the Twix bar. The Twix bar is like it's blocking her ovaries.
She just, yeah. I mean, this is how you give a woman sepsis. Well, we got bored of food, and I started just shoving loose change up there, and
Jesus Christ, it was so stupid.
Yeah.
I haven't done. I was a young man. I have not done anything like that in a long time. I
Yeah.
just used to get very experimental with the pussy.
yeah, Nick has not wadded up pepperoni and thumbed it into a pussy in well over 3 years. So don't you even try to cancel him for this.
No.
Yeah, I have not done anything like that.
Look, man, I really like getting down there with my mouth. I'm a very oral kind of guy when it
Yeah,
comes
yeah.
to that kind of stuff.
The pussy, the ass, you like it all.
Yeah. And girl, let me tell you, ass eating is really here to stay. It really is. It's not
I
going
think
away.
I'm done.
Yeah, I'm not.
I think so it's like that person's Facebook friends
I think
watching it. Which, I mean, that's what real comedy is anyway. And
True. Well, I think I told you about, like, there's this crazy guy that I'm friends with on Facebook who, like, somehow gets, like, decent shows put together. I guess you can just do that if you're in LA and you, like, have connections. I might have talked about this, but he put on a Zoom comedy show that was open to the public so that they get an audience. It's archived on YouTube. It's so fucking funny. Within 10 minutes, it was just 13-year-olds screaming the N-word and showing their dicks. Screaming the N-word so that they would be the video that, like, takes precedence on the screen with their little ass penises just, like, right against the webcam.
those kids are funnier than
Dude.
any comedian.
Dude, for a minute, Tim and I were talking about this, like,
Aggressively showing your small child's penis.
yes, dude, for a brief blissful moment, I was transported back to 2005 internet. I was like, hell yes, dude.
Oh man, I fucking miss. Like, do you remember we used to just watch? We used to just like scroll through photos of like dead bodies, and now you can't like call someone a retard on Twitter.
Yeah.
What the fuck has happened?
Dude, I miss.
I miss old internet.
Yeah, I let the mask slip with Bay a little too much. You know? Like, well, I accidentally wholesomed myself. I've been really getting into, like, we've been watching like incel videos together because they're really funny. And I watched this video called "Retarded Incel Gets Brutally Rejected." parentheses cringe, but it's from this show called The Undateables. It's like this BBC show where they set up like people with autism and Down syndrome on dates. But then, like, from that rejection video,
Is that like? Is it a prank show or like are they trying to do
no,
something
it's
good?
It's so supportive. So I watched this. The retarded incel video is a clip from that. And so then what happened was I started, like, going down the rabbit hole of, like, watching, like, these autistic people going on dates. And then before you know it, I'm like 7 videos in. I'm crying. I'm just, like, in bed, like, weeping at how nice these retards are to each other. So in a roundabout, because I started sending it, I was telling Bay about the videos, and I was like, you have to see these, they're so sweet. And I told her something from the rejection video that was like kind of sweet, and she's like, I want to see that video, and I realized the only upload of it was the retarded incel. And so I go, the title is bad, but I promised to at least read. She goes, oh, okay, I wondered how you got into this. She's like, now I understand.
Yeah, there really needs like you'll get somewhere nice, but you're taking the fire escape in.
She's like, okay, this makes so much more sense now. Retarded incel gets brutally rejected.
Yeah, little does she know you searched for those exact terms.
I literally put in the YouTube bar retarded incel.
That'd be sick if Google still had "I'm feeling lucky."
Fuck. Oh, fucking we it's like Miller's Crossing.
That's my problem. I never work the angles.
You have to
I'm
work-
always
Yeah.
I'm always looking away from the angles.
There's angles everywhere. Dude.
Like if the angles are there, I'm on the inside of the cube. I'm as far from the angles as you can be.
Gotta work the angles, dude. That's the only way that you're gonna hit the ground running in this life.
I'm fine not hitting the angles. Or
Okay.
working the
Well,
ground.
that's why you and your girlfriend have problems.
we don't have problems.
See, what Nick's saying is that you need to manipulate and lie to your girlfriend.
Well, to be honest, I was just making a pussy joke, but
I
if
see.
you wanna,
Look, in that metaphor, I can't work the angles. I have not been gifted the ability to work the angles. I'm sorry. I don't have the equipment.
Well, I thought your penis was crooked.
No, it's straight.
You don't have a crooked penis?
No, it's a completely straight, thin penis.
I thought that it was like mashed and pointed in a direction.
I don't know where you got that. I have a normal-looking penis. It's just scaled down a little bit. It's like if you went into Photoshop and you're like, oh, all right, I want to make it still kind of long, but I'm just going to like squish it horizontally.
it's what
You know what's
show.
funny? I've seen that done. Because
Isaac's penis is what you show the people in the board meeting. She's like, this is what the real penis will look like. This is exact- Once we build it, it'll be much bigger than this.
Of course, yes. Will it be girthier on the day? Of course.
This is just so you can get a sense of the dimensions and perspective.
Yes. Yeah. They bring a model of the penis and people are like, I don't know, this seems too thin. Is that a note you'd like to give us?
Their stock projections just plummet after they see the penis.
Apple,
yeah, it's
have
like,
they
it's
gone
like
too
one of those.
far?
It's like one of those where they show the E3 footage and then they show the game. It's like, Isaac's penis.
The E3 footage is
Downgrade.
porn, and then the game is like my penis.
It's Isaac's penis gets the Ubisoft treatment. They've done After Effects to it.
like technically, yes, it's still having sex, but
Yeah.
it's not the same at all from what you saw on like the trailer.
Does Isaac Hirsch have the Watch Dogs 2 of penises?
There are a lot of glitches. I don't know. The glitches were not in the trailer at all.
Yeah, your penis keeps clipping through your girlfriend's vagina.
I hate when I clip in the pussy.
They're looking at my penis like,
Every time I go soft, I'm just gonna be like, "We're gonna have a patch for that."
they're looking at my penis like, this is clearly unfinished. There's supposed to be hair. There's these bumps on it. Where's the hair?
Oh, that didn't load. We had to cut it for resources.
Yeah, people are like opening the files of your penis and finding cut content.
What are all these textures? They're not even using these.
Man, don't you hate when the bitch be data mining the dick?
She like, it's like how you feel your penis go into your body. You can like feel that there's penis back there. You're like, they're not even using this. We could have had more penis.
We found 2 extra chapters of penis on the disc. It's shipped with the penis.
It's like the opposite of hot coffee. Like
We
they
kept
find
the
like they find a less sexual scene of the dick.
we kept the racy stuff inside his body. We know you might have wanted to see 8 inches, but we weren't sure you could handle it.
Yeah, I mean, my dick as is the the MPAA or whatever. They look at it and they're like, "Oh yeah, send it out."
That's a T. Yeah, that's a T.
It's a T. Yeah, the ESRB. Oh my fucking god.
On Switch, yeah. Sure.
I'm so sick of Super Mario Broth tweeting out photos of my unedited penis.
Today on Boundary Break, we found
We went through Isaac's body and we found the rest of it.
the missing 3 inches of Isaac's penis. Oh my fucking god!
For me, it's like my dick is like Toad, where there's like debate over whether the tip is part of the dick or if it's
a
like,
hat.
That's a separate file. You can see the polygons are different.
Actually, yeah. If you remove the head of the penis, you see there's hair growing off of the. So that proves that it's
the
actually
shaft just has hair coming out
Yeah,
of it.
just like Toad. There's got 3.
my dick's like a paintbrush.
Yeah, if you, that's how Bay knows it's real when you show her your true dick.
Yeah. I would never show. I've been saving my real dick for my wife. Everyone else has seen my second false dick.
That's what an actual uncut penis looks like. It's just hair. I'm glad I got circumcised, honestly.
Absolutely.
They put the cap on.
That's what circumcision.
Ooh, I just came up with a scheme. So what I'm gonna do is my son's penis. I'm gonna glue on extra with clots. So I thought, like, all right, well, maybe I'll send her a picture or two. And you know me, I love projects. So, smash cut to me, tripod.
No.
I didn't get the lights out. I did it Dogma 95. But I was like, adjusting the shade to the right. And I do like a photo set. But like, I'm trying to stay hard. I'm going soft in between every photo as I'm like adjusting the frame.
So she's getting full body nudes of you just like standing like Napoleon or something
with no head. Yeah, I said it's like the it's like the photo poly. Yeah, I learned a valuable lesson in my past that when you give girls photos of you with your dick in them and your face, when you break up, guess who has every photo of your dick that's ever existed with your face in it?
with proof that it's yours.
It's the person who hates you the most on earth.
I mean,
What a...
Brendan, your real problem is you have an incredibly identifiable body.
It's true. Yeah, I was saying that the other day too, because like even I'm like, all right, I crop my face out. It's gonna be like, all right, well, who with Brendan's exact proportions is jerking off in front of that giant Grateful Dead tapestry? Who could that possibly be? I know so many Wario-shaped men who love jam bands.
So they're photos of you like mid jerk off.
Some
They're
of them.
photos.
So it starts with me.
What shutter speed are you using?
just an iPhone. That would have been funny if I had a DSLR.
Yeah.
I'm like, no, I only do this film. so I start with just jeans because I figured, like, yeah, right. It is so fucking gay. So it's just jeans.
Oh, it's a whole.
Yeah, I think I sent her 12 photos. So it starts with like just jeans. Then it's like me with like letting the pubes kind of poke out.
I'm imagining like I want to like flip book these photos.
It would be funny to do that,
Wait a minute,
but
wait
with
a-
all the rejects in there.
Wait, you're teasing? You're doing seductive pube teases?
Yes.
Why are you even bothering sending her a photo of just you in jeans?
Because the plan was like text them like a minute or so apart.
Why is that the plan?
Look, that was my plan. I don't know what to tell you.
Because I feel like all that would do would build dread.
It really did, which is why I abandoned that plan, sent them all at once, and let me tell you, in between doing that and her replying, what suspense?
Yeah, Brendan, this is such a bad idea.
Like Hitchcock would be impressed.
I'm imagining Jaws music like, as your pubes start to come out.
As I sent that, I was like, it would destroy me, but it would be so funny if she never texted me again.
Because all I would think If I started getting photos in sequence of your jeans and then your jeans slowly being unzipped and then the pubes coming out, I'd be like, oh God, I really hope his dick is at the end of these. I really
I pull
hope,
my pants down and I pull out a gun.
I really hope there's not a Shyamalan-esque twist.
I just start cutting my chest. But yes, I was jerking off. I had porn playing.
Was that in the frame?
No, not in the frame
Okay.
because the camera was here.
Okay.
I was doing this exactly where you're sitting.
Great. On this chair?
No, not on the chair. I was standing.
I think you said yes and you caught yourself.
No, I'll show you the pictures.
No.
as proof.
That's okay.
So I'm standing and I had a towel here. I was trying to
Were you trying to get...
I was trying. So at the very end, I'm nude. I've gotten some of my ass, which was a big risk for me because my ass is nothing to write home about. I'll tell you that much. So I'm standing here, and the plan was like I was gonna. I don't know why I thought this, but I'm not used to somebody being receptive to images of my dick and ass, or even requesting them. That's new
Right.
to me. So I really just decided to go whole hog, and I was like, and maybe at the end I'll have a video of me coming. So I'm standing here jacking
Oh, yeah?
off, and I'm filming myself jacking off. So I had porn on, but I also had headphones on because I need to hear the porn. But I didn't want. I didn't want like the headphone cord to be in the shot. So I'm jerking off with one hand. With the other hand, I'm holding the headphone cord like above me so that it doesn't go in the frame.
Brendan.
And just my arm is like tired and shaking. My knees are buckling.
Brendan, you made your own e-fucked video.
I made my own fucked video. So the thing is, like, by the end, I'm so sweaty. The porn has ended. That all I did was just film myself giving up. So
Oh my God, dude.
I'm like, I gotta delete that immediately.
So she didn't get that one at least, right?
No, I didn't send her the one of me just me jerking off for 5 minutes and just kept growing more sweaty and desperate until
God,
I just stop and I even like
That's like a coke jerk off. I know that jerk off.
yeah, that's how basically sexually I operate as if I have a huge cocaine problem even though I've never done it.
Yeah, that dude. That's uppers jerking off for sure. It's like when you're on your fifth coom and you're like, I know there's more in there. You're like an oil tycoon. You're like,
Yeah. The coom basically like me with like anything of laundry detergent I've ever bought has been used at least 5 additional times after it was empty.
you're banging your dick on the side of the washing machine, trying to get cum out of it.
I'm cutting off the tip. Just filling it with water.
You're rolling your dick like a toothpaste tube.
I just imagine it like sometimes people will go on like they'll go on like Fallon and like play a blooper from their new movie instead of the scene. Everyone
Right.
laughs. It's like, no, I understand that you made a beat off tape, and I'm like, well, Jimmy, let me tell you a little bit about that. I'm like, let's just say sometimes when you're making a movie, things don't go exactly as you plan. And he's like, I think I can see where this is going.
Jimmy Fallon should be like, ah! You didn't come at all? Oh my God. He didn't come at all. Well,
It's that, but the audience reacts realistically, where they're
Yeah.
like completely like horrified and want to like want their. I mean, I guess you don't pay to watch it, but
no.
they want to leave.
They want money
They're demanding money.
from you personally.
Everybody lines up, and I hand them each $10.
And then when they're all gone, you're like, jokes on them. That's part of it for me.
And then Jimmy, it's like,
God, he's crazy. The Roots fucking. Questlove's like, man, that beat off tastes nasty.
we zoom out and all the cameras are off.
Man, that beat off tape was fucking disgusting. What the fuck is wrong with you, Jimmy Fallon? This man ain't even in show business. The Roots are shocked and appalled that Jimmy Fallon would invite a civilian onto the Tonight Show who is known for nothing before this moment.
I go on a different talk show the next week, and my credit is that you've seen him on the Tonight Show.
Yeah. Yeah, they do the thing where like they do it on Kimmel, where like Kimmel, it's actually scripted. Kimmel acts like it's a fucking thing. Like they show the beat off tape again, but the little Mexican guy that they have like walks in. Oh my God, Jorge! You guys didn't tell me that you knew each other, Jorge.
Mm-hmm.
The audience fucking loves it.
They love it.
It's
And
like
then
a big scripted.
it cuts back from the video, and I'm just like beating off with 2 feet, just like my thumb and my index.
No, you just like.
But this time I'm crushing. And then just zoom back. You're in the back of the auditorium with a rifle. And as soon as the segment's done, you lower it and you're like, all right, everybody can go. And I'm like, thanks, everybody. Thanks for cooperating. And everyone's just shaking, starts calling their loved ones.
We do the whole late night circuit like that.
Just showing up and threatening people.
Seth Meyers does the whole bit with tears in his eyes.
We walk into the studio for Samantha Bee, just see the look on her face. We're like, I'm sorry, I don't even know what we were thinking. We're gonna...
I like to imagine
we just shake Letterman out of bed.
Lily Singh refuses to show it, and I shoot her from the back of the auditorium. And then you're just on the couch like, I believe we were going to show a tape. No, and nobody can stop us.
We do one like Max Headroom. Just in the middle of like the coronavirus press conference. It's Trump talking for 25 minutes, and then when he gives Fauci his 30 seconds, then we interrupt this broadcast.
We hard cut to you not coming.
We do all kinds of different like meme edits.
Yeah.
Barn dog jerking it, but everything's blurry except his dick.
Great. Barn dog jerking it for 10 hours looped. Barn dog.
You watch it, you're like, this doesn't seem looped. I'm like, yeah, it's the raw footage. Totally have to get clicks.
Barn dog jerking it, but every moment that he doesn't come, it speeds up. Barn dog jerking it, but it's all-star Smash
crazy,
Mouth.
shady, faded fucker, so rock the G. See you lady, make a baby, lead her on in peace. Only time I give a fuck is for my own release. That's why I own these streets. Straight up, portfolio showing growth, fuck a pay cut. Yeah, you know I stay slut. Catch me in the spot, looping up for the self-suck. Oh fuck, I busted already. I'm coming bucket so heavy. My dream of cream coming steady. Now my mouth open, I'm ready. I'm talking solo heavy petting on a Friday night. Not talking talking bashing the bishop, more like Nantucket's delight. I'm taking all the time I need to do it just right. Got my candles in the fishnets cause it's on tonight. Oh, that's right, it's time to fillet. No need to debate me, I suck until I go ooh-wee and spray my white pee-pee. I got that ski.